Ray of Hope is a place where all are welcomed, treated as the beloved, given the tangible assistance they need, and they, at the same time, envelop that person in a spiritual warmth and depth.
10 years ago, I was homeless and lost my 4 daughters to meth.
I was just really struggling. I got laid off from work, and I've had a hard time trying to get a job anywhere else.
I was living a life that was completely out of control. Drug addict, drunk, no respect for anything.
I just got custody of my little brother, so I have him and my son. And I'm looking for work, and I'm a college student, so it's been hard.
Just had a divorce. Very traumatic experience. Had to leave very quickly.
It is a ministry that tries to change the lifestyle of people rather than just helping them through a crisis. It focuses upon teaching them how to live a new life and to make wise decisions.
I was raised in a wealthy area. There was something I was trying to escape and just kept making poor choices.
I walked up on the porch one day and needed a place and was actually wanting to change my life. And I stayed there for about a month and a half, and that's where the seeds of positive change started for me.
I have known Bob and Peggy, I guess it was back in the mid-90s, and I found out that both of them had a passion for unwed mothers. Peggy wanted to help these gals out, and she talked to me and she talked to one of the other staff people about maybe just having a place here in the church where we could store used clothes. And we did that, and we called it the Joseph Room. I watched that ministry develop, and I watched it from its very, very birth, and was so impressed with the energy that she poured into these gals' lives in an attempt to save them from a destructive lifestyle.
She looked me in my eye and she said, "Mandy, one day you're going to help people in recovery." And I laughed. I actually laughed in her face. And I said, "Absolutely not." And I called somebody and said, "You need to get me out of this house." 10 years later, I had been involved in Celebrate Recovery at Family Life Christian Church and thought of the house, a ray of hope. And I walked up on the porch, and it was just different standing on that porch again and being in a different spot in my life. And Peggy's smile went from ear to ear, and she said, "Oh my gosh, Mandy, you're back." We have been forming a friendship and a bond since then. She's my mentor and my friend.
They did not want to be inhibited by government regulations. Since I have retired from pastoring, I have referred people to A Ray of Hope because I knew that they would be in the hands of some very, very loving and caring people.
And we have Hope Thrift. There's times families come in and they don't have anything. And so A Ray of Hope will say, "Go to the store, pick out what you need."
I went in and talked to Mandy, and she was very generous and wrote me a slip to go to the store, and I was able to get a bed and a table so we could sit and eat together.
We take time to sit and learn the stories of the people that come in and their hearts and what their needs are.
Well, I went there for the adopt family for Christmas so that we could get a little bit of help.
It is a hand up and not a handout. So there are many times that we say, "Can you give time back to the store for 2 hours?" Or "Would you come and make a dinner for the house?" We try to surround that house with a lot of love and building up people's character and helping them be who God created them to be.
At this point, I own a home, married with 3 kids, 1 on the way. I own a successful business in the Valley. I've been in business 6.5 years. I've had the privilege to help out by hiring people from the shelter.
They have been so wonderful to us, and it's just been a blessing. I mean, it's like a new family to me and Cheyenne. They've helped us out quite a bit.
I didn't think there was anything like this out there. I didn't know there was people out there that were so helping.
As I watched them continue to expand, of now building a house especially for mothers and their children, I deeply respect the time and the energy and the expense that they put into this.
A Ray of Hope is based on God's love. And most people, or all people in my opinion, need love. And God uses that shelter to show love.